the UK Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak, he told us all that we have to get inflation under control. So he put Jeremy Hunt on the case once he became Prime Minister. And the UK inflation has fallen. Well done, Richie. Well done, Jeremy Hunt. But it's mediocre. And quite frankly, it's a little bit, how to put it, it's like we're celebrating a failure because it's less than that was expected. And besides, food prices are soaring at the fastest rate since 1977 to 19.1%. You save it in one hand and you have to pay it in the other. Well, the annual rate, as measured by the Consumer Prices Index, dropped to 10.1% in March, says the ONS, the Office for National Statistics. Here in France, our rate is 7%. Anyway, here, please beat the old like button, and there will be a secret word at the end of this video, if I can think of what it's going to be. Well, 7% here in France, so it makes you wonder, what are we doing wrong in the United Kingdom? Let me think. Is there something that's happened that's really changed our prospects? I wonder. Maybe you can tell me. Leave it in the comments down below. Well, UK inflation fell by less than expected in March, and it's sticking now in the old double figures, as the households are coming under more pressure since food and drink prices are soaring, and it's the fastest annual rate since 1977. And the Office of National Statistics, the ONS, said annual inflation, as measured by the Consumer Prices Index, fell to 10.1% last month. Now, it is a downward trajectory. At least that's something to celebrate. But in February, it was 10.4%. So it's not a huge, change, is it? It's not massive, no. But it did peak in October at 11.1%. Which make you wonder, doesn't it? Well, the City economists, they did expect it to drop to 9.8%. So not as good as expected, no. Well, the odds of the Bank of England now raising interest rates has increased somewhat, yeah. It's likely that in May they're going to increase it to 4.5%. They say that's going to be a 97% chance, yeah, that the policymakers will actually lift the base rate to 4.5%. At the moment, currently, it's 4.25%. And also, the worry is it's going to reach 5% by autumn. It might be good for the savers, but those who've got mortgages and what have you, and variable rate loans and what have you, they're not in such a good place, are they? I hope you didn't vote for Brexit, because that ain't helping matters, no. And like Adam Posson said, Brexit is stupid. He's an economist. He used to work for the Bank of England, so I think he knows what he's talking about. Well, those fools in the inflation were actually offset by the price of food and drink, so it isn't a win really, is it? Because we've all got to eat, quite frankly. Start eating ourselves. Start breeding children, eating them. Lovely. Baby back ribs. Well, food and drinks accelerated to 19.1% in year to March, fueled by record growth in the price of bread, cereals, and a sharp rise for biscuits and cakes, etc. But like I said, we don't have that here in France. Yes, food prices have increased. We have got food price inflation. But our inflation overall is, like I said earlier, is 7%. It's much lower than the UK. Yet they don't seem to put two things together. It's obvious. The one thing that's really causing huge problems is we can't get labour for a start. Even though we've got masses of people just sitting there in hotels, twiddling their thumbs. We can't get the workers. Doesn't make any sense, does it? It's all about the optics. It's what it is. It's all about the optics. We don't want to be, migration. They don't want migration to be seen as a net benefit, do they? When it always was. Crazy, isn't it? I think so. What do you say? Please leave it in the comments down below. And have you found the prices of certain food stuff, your baseline foods, like your eggs and stuff like that? How much are you paying for just the cheapest eggs you can get? A box of 6 eggs. Now, for a box of 10, because 10 eggs are decimalised. Sensible. Our eggs, the cheapest eggs you can buy at the moment are €1.70. They were €1.10. So that has jumped considerably. But some things have remained relatively low. Here in France, sugar's gone up massively. It's now, we can get sugars around about €1.50 a kilo, €1.50 a kilo, not pounds. Whereas it used to be around 80 to 90 centimes before everything that's been going on recently. And also, yeah, obviously the war in Ukraine and what have you, and various other issues. And also the fact that we can't trade with the UK properly anymore. That has hurt France, and it's obviously hurt the rest of the EU. And if I was going to give Richie Sunak any kind of credit, I would say that he's toned down the rhetoric. And the Trade Minister from France is now travelling over to the UK, and they're going to talk about stuff. So hopefully something positive comes out of that. I have my doubts. What you remember is, you've got to remember that the people who are in the government who back Richie Sunak, and Richie Sunak sort of suck up to them, you see. You've got to keep them happy. And all they want to do is stick the old knife in all the time. That's what it seems like to me. So maybe things could smooth out in the future, but Brexit is always going to be a problem. That brings me on to the word of today. It's 2 words, 3 words actually. And after hearing what Adam Posson said, the expert, you know how much they hate experts. He was in the Bank of England. He's now Pete's Institute. He said Brexit is stupid more than once. Yeah, so that is my word today. Repeat that as much as I share it with everybody. Brexit is stupid. And please share my videos. It helps the channel, you know. And please beat the old like button and stuff, you know. Anyway, if you want to support the channel, you can do it on Patreon, or we buy us a coffee, and the links down below in the description. That they are. Well, it's time for me to go, because I have to tell you now. So ta-ta.